On this channel, I usually try to focus on positives. One lesson that any game, good or bad, can teach us to become better designers for our own projects. However, today I wanted to achieve the same goal, but focus more on the negative aspect of a game I recently sat down to play. And that game is Pokemon Heart Gold. Over 10 years after the initial release of Pokemon Gold on the Game Boy Color, Pokemon Heart Gold was released on the Nintendo 3DS. Heart Gold is the second game that I have completed in my Pokemon journey to complete all 8 generations at least once, including the highly anticipated release of Sword and Shield in a few weeks. If you would like to check out my video on Pokemon Fire Red, please click here or wait until the end of the video where it will be suggested. I was fearful that playing through all the definitive generations of Pokemon would become tedious, but thankfully so far it has not been the case. There are more puzzles to solve, better characters, and a better story overall, with Team Rocket feeling a lot more menacing and unstoppable in parts. Silver lacked any form of dimensions as a rival, and just felt pathetic. Which I know is the intention, to show that his tactic of using his Pokemon as tools for victory isn't correct, but as a rival I want someone challenging and someone to, well, rival me. But that isn't the negative point as I wanted to discuss. No. I wanted to talk about a small but also huge part of any collectathon game. Barriers to progression. Now, I talked about this briefly in my last 2 videos as they both were collectathons, but this is the first time I have seen a game do it so very wrong. As you can see on this graph here published by Club Nintendo, you can clearly see that the majority age demographic for Heart Gold registered sales are children and teenagers. This is important for the Pokemon franchise as a whole. Not only is it important because of the friendly art style, child-friendly soundtrack, or cute Pokemon, but because the whole story is you, as a player, leaving your mother behind at the age of 10 years old to explore the world as you see fit. This is hugely freeing for a child to play Pokemon, and a great escape from any real-life situation that they may find themselves in. This is why I can't understand how the designers chose to gate progression in Heart Gold, especially since they had come up with such an innovative and neat solution to the problem in Fire Red. In Heart Gold, you can't just go wherever you want, which makes sense. As a designer, you have to control the experience somehow. But having a middle-aged man, potentially the player's father's age, stop you in your tracks and say no, you can't do that. You can't continue until I say so, is a massive flaw in my opinion. It's even more baffling why this is the case because of how well they handled it in Fire Red, with NPC dialogue gating progression via withholding gameplay ideas from the player, meaning that on second playthrough you could skip the dialogue but still progress with the game as you already know what they are saying is possible. The stairs in the casino leading to the Team Rocket base are a prime example of that. Or even as the level designer just plonking a Snorlax in your path that you have to find a flute off an NPC to play and wake it up. Less innovative, but a darn sight better than a man who has nothing better to do than to tell you what to do. One of the biggest aspects of the game that was altered from Gold to Heart Gold was the difficulty of the gym leaders, something which I myself noticed as a player, more so due to that being a big criticism I had of Fire Red, as it led me to just one-tricking my Bulbasaur. So with that being said, why not just let the player go to these places, fight these gyms, and fail? Sure, players might get frustrated, but as long as the game makes it abundantly clear that you can go back to other unexplored places of the map and level up and fight easier gyms, then that isn't an issue. But not only that, they had already designed parts of the levels to specifically gate progression with the use of HMs. HMs are special moves in the game used to navigate through the world in a Metroidvania style of gameplay. Why not use that? Why not make it so you have to receive a HM from every gym leader, or most gym leaders, in order to make it to the final gym of the Elite Four? Something which they had already done in Fire Red. This is a short video, as I don't like criticizing games that were originally released before I could walk. But I did want to spotlight how a game could step backwards in its level design from its predecessor, and how you as a designer could work towards making sure your barriers to exploration and gates to progression suit your target audience. Thank you so much for watching. It would be amazing if you could like this video, and if you want to see more, then please hit the subscribe button and notification bell. If you are interested in what I do outside of YouTube, well, I run my own studio called Crab Studios. We are currently getting ready to relaunch our board game on Kickstarter early next year, so please follow the links in the description to keep informed. Thanks once again, and goodbye.